In August, I decided that it was finally time to do a little bit of an update to our rental, to our home. We've been living in this house for about 2 years now, and rainy season does its damage, and it's good to keep on top of it. So for August, we got someone in to do some renovations, as well as we put in the time and the money and the effort to make our space cozy. And in today's vlog, I'll be showing you what we did to the house. First, we got a few people in to come and just sand down all of the walls, any bubbles that have formed during rainy season. It gets extremely humid and very, very wet here. So they had to sand down a lot of the walls and then paint. They mostly painted downstairs, some rooms upstairs, but most of the water damage was downstairs. They also tackled the outside of the house, which I didn't get so much footage of them actually working because we decided to stay in a hotel for at least 2 or 3 nights until most of the work was done, because as you can see, it was extremely messy, and yeah, we did not want to live in that. We also had our animals stay with some friends of ours so that they could get out and not be in the middle of everything while everyone's trying to work. One of the rooms, which is actually a room we use to store all of our clothes, didn't need any work, so we just put all of our stuff in there, computers, everything, and locked the door behind us. And that was basically where we just kept our valuables while the house was open and people coming in and out. All in all, it took them about 4 days to paint downstairs, upstairs, paint the front of the house outside, as well as do the grouting on the tiles on the first floor. And once they were done, it was just up to me to clean and clean and clean. It took so long to get everything better than it was before. And when everything was finished, we jumped into renovating or updating or whatever you want to call it. First up was our little garden, and a friend of mine had bought me a passion fruit plant for my birthday, and they like to climb, and I didn't have anything for it to climb on, so I ordered these 2 trellises that my husband was amazing to put up for me. He did the bulk of the work when it came to drilling holes and putting up shelves, so thanks so much to him for making my vision come true. When it comes to decorating, now that was mostly me. He helped too. I used this area to spray a curtain pole that I wanted black, and I used this area because I knew that I was gonna redo it, so I knew that I wanted to completely take out the fake grass, clean out the rocks. We hadn't really looked at this area much since we moved in 2 years ago, I know, and I had spotted some rusty screws here and there, so I really wanted to take out all of the rocks, sift through them, and then make sure that there's nothing dangerous in there so that we can actually spend some more time out here. This project took the longest out of all of them. This was the first project, and I was so ready to get started, but I did not expect that it would take me about 4 days to get all of this done. It ended up being a lot of work. I'm always one of those people that think, oh, I'll do this, get this done in a few hours, and then the sun goes down and I have to go to work and I'm tired. But yeah, about 3-4 days and I got it done. I did even get some help from Loki. He wanted to make sure that I was doing my job properly, so he sat with me for a while and watched as I worked, which is of course a great help. First, I wanted to try and keep this tree, but then once I started taking out the rocks, it just completely fell over and kind of gave in, and I'll be replanting this into a pot. Later on, you'll see that we do go and buy some new plants, which was very exciting to fill this area up with some greenery. We bought a few extra plants for the rest of the house, some to hang outside of the house, others to just place around the house. I was very excited to get more greenery in my home. This took quite a while to figure out what exactly we wanted to do with this area, how to lay out the plants. We bought all of them, and the only thing left was for me to finish sifting through the rocks and finishing up this area. After I'd finished clearing out, I found so many rusty screws and just pieces of plastic, random stuff. So I'm very happy that I did this. I feel a lot safer stepping on these stones now. And of course, because I took that fake grass out, I wanted to fill in the rock. So I bought 4 bags and just went ahead and topped it up. Obviously these are a lot more white, so then I go in later and just mix it using my little rake. To be honest, this part was really fun because I knew I was so close to being finished. And just that finish line, that excitement. I did have a lot of stones and dirt left from sifting everything through, so I did use a lot of that to fill in the bottom of my planters so that I didn't need as much soil, so nothing went to waste in this project. I was absolutely so happy about how this turned out. It's such a cozy area, a little reading nook. I'm really excited for the plants to come into their own. I know they're gonna go through a little bit of a shock at first. Spoiler alert, they did, but nothing's died yet. Touch wood. In our open plan on our first floor, we have our kitchen, the entryway, and just this very long empty wall, which the area isn't really big enough for a living room. That's why we decided to put our living room upstairs. I did put a shoe cabinet at the front entrance, and you can also see the cats stand over there, their little tower, their castle. But then you had this open section, and I just, since we moved in, envisioned shelves, like a collage of pictures and shelves and a lot of ornaments and decorations and any souvenirs that we end up buying, you know, stuff like that. So again, my wonderful husband drilled and we both put the shelves up together. This is the initial picture I found off of Pinterest that inspired at least the layout of my shelves and pictures. To figure out how I wanted to put everything on the wall, I placed it on the floor at first just to see if I liked the layout before starting to drill any holes. Unfortunately, I mostly have photos of this instead of video because, you know, when you're in it, and I'm not that much of an influencer to film everything I do, or at least to think about filming everything I do. So of course I went shopping online, and after a few weeks everything had come, so I'm excited to show you what I put on my shelves. Now this one I was really excited for. A bookend! It looks really, really cool, really vintage. It's quite heavy, but not as heavy as you'd think it would be. But I love this horse. This is my favorite one so far. I bought this beautiful clay pot online and I thought that it would be perfect for my porcupine needles or quills. I brought these years ago from South Africa. These are ones that my mom picked up on a farm and gave to me, and I absolutely love them. They are so beautiful and really remind me of home. They remind me of where I come from. So having them in this pot I thought would look really, really beautiful. And to keep them sticking up, I placed in some of this fluff. Words are not coming to me today. Another keepsake that I love is this beautiful Saigon gin bottle that my friend Anna gave to me for my bachelorettes, and isn't it the most beautiful bottle? Then I also got this Vietnamese Fin coffee filter while we were on holiday, and I specifically got the gold one because I thought that it would match some of the gold frames that I have on the walls. I did really like how the wood and the gold elements turned out. Of course, my little sculpture of our dog Buddy that I bought from a friend in South Africa, and she makes these really, really cool, funky looking sculptures. This has become quite a prized possession. This is my first time pinning an insect. Thanks to Jennifer, my cat. She unfortunately played a little too hard, but I saved it before she broke it into pieces. So I pinned it and put it on display. I think it looks gorgeous with the floral background. And that's it. That is my new shelves and my decorations. And I absolutely, every day I look at it, I fall in love with it even more. It looks so good and I'm so happy with how it turned out. This was exactly how I envisioned it being. And it's right next to my cozy little breakfast corner. You'll see we got some glass to replace the top on the table. And I can just sit here in the mornings, have a cup of coffee, read a book if I want to. It is so cozy and so nice to be around all of my plants. I will eventually be getting more plants, I'm sure. Then, even though I did not get any footage of us actually doing it, we did put some shelves in our office as well, which we really needed storage in there. And even though my desk is quite messy, you can see it's right next to my garden as well, so I get to look at it a lot. This was quite a busy month. And at the end of the month, we got on a plane and we headed to Ho Chi Minh to go and meet my mom and my brother, who are visiting for 2 weeks. But I will show you everything we got up to in the next vlog because we did a lot. So that's it for now, and as always, I hope that you have a very crafty day. See you next time.